I'm Andrew Graham Dixon, and I'm an art historian.
And I'm Giorgio Locatelli, and I'm a chef. Our journey starts in one of my favorite cities, Naples. A wild, wonderful place, unlike anywhere else in Italy or the world. And the only way to really experience it is on two wheels, not four.
Oh, look at that. That's called Spacca Napoli, because he cut Napoli in half of it.
Visitors always used to say, come to Naples for the monuments, for the architecture, for the painting, for the buildings. But above all, you come for the people.
For the people.
You come for the sense of real life, street food, markets.
Look at that, teeming with life.
Why are 200 beautiful Neapolitan women going round the central obelisk of the Piazza Gesù in a circle? What's going on? By a Fellini-esque coincidence, we've arrived in the middle of a casting session for the Naples Film Festival.
Look, they're waiting for us! Yeah, we arrived! Yeah!
Napolitans are famous for their sense of theatre, and people have been coming here to enjoy the vibrant and raucous street life for centuries. In the 1700s, it became the sensational climax of the Grand Tour, the rite of passage undertaken by European aristocrats as part of a classical education. In 1735, Naples became the capital of an independent kingdom. Its monarchy, an offshoot of the Spanish Bourbon Empire, set out to make Naples a mecca of culture and gastronomy. Today Naples is famous for pizza and pasta, but the Bourbons left us some incredible rich and complex dishes.
Oh, signora Elena, buonasera! Come va? Fantastico. Questi Andrew sono I signori di Gregorio.
We have come to the magnificent apartment of Marchese Carlo de Gregorio Cattaneo di Sant'Elia, whose family has been part of the Napolitan aristocracy for over 200 years. I'm going to cook them a classic dish from the golden age of the Bourbons.
So, I'm gonna cook you this dish that comes really from this 1800 tradition when the Bourbon were fed up with the southern Italian fare. They didn't like it. They thought it was peasant food. It was not rich enough for them. Or it was not complicated enough. So this is one of the greatest dishes. It's called surtout. Means over everything. Okay, I got meatballs. I got a tomato sauce, which is meat cooked with that. And then I got some chicken liver. So the idea is to have an envelope of rice. All the stuffing goes in. Close it, and then we bake it.
Out of all the ancient recipes that you could have chosen to revive or recreate, you had to choose one which involved risotto, didn't you? That's so Milanese.
No, I really love it because of this symbiosis between the words. Surtout become sartout. So, to me, the Napolitan, wherever they take or borrow something from the French, they can only make it better.
I was reading that Queen Maria Carolina, Marie Antoinette's sister, who married Ferdinand VII, the guy who used to eat spaghetti with his hands, that she was the one who said, oh, I don't like this food here. And she sent all of the court chefs off to Paris, and they arrived with all their airs and graces.
Le monsieur.
And then the Neapolitan chefs, they decided to take that word and change it for themselves, or they mispronounced it.
Don't you think is that fantastic? You think you're a monsieur? Do you think I'm not a monsieur, I'm a monsieur.
Monsieur.
Monsieur. You know? The rice is over everything.
Over everything.
Should we go and meet the people, all our guests?
I think you deserve a drink.
In the 18th century Naples, the Marchese family was at the center of power.
Questo è il mio antenato, il Marchese di Squillace, Leopoldo De Gregorio. Periodo d'oro perché è stata il periodo della libertà e dell'autonomia da qualunque governo straniero.
Well, this was the only time when Naples was independent. Il solo periodo.
Sì. Ma questa autonomia non piaceva
a nessuno.
Alle potenze europee.
No.
E quindi questa è la storia della mia famiglia collegata ai Borboni, quindi io sono fiero e orgoglioso di poter raccontare questa storia.
We have taken this Bourbon recipe back to the right person that can be the maximum judge for it. Wow.
È una dura prova, Giorgio il Sartù.
The Marchese's family had their own Mansou as recently as 1960, and Sartù was often served on special occasions.
Monsu.
Come un vero Monsu. Alla salute.
Allora.
Nice. I really like it. I think I'm proud of myself.
It's fantastic.
Allora, a questo sertudo 9, perché 10 lo potrei dare solo a un Monsu borbonico.
You get 10 only if you are a real Monsoon, so I'm not, so I get 9.
No, I passed the test.
Oh dear, only 9. I'd give it 10. It's deliciously rich, meaty, sausagey, ricey, tomatoey. To tell the truth, I don't really think either Giorgio or I feel quite at home here. Let's drink a couple of last toasts and beat a quick retreat.
Grazie di averci allitato.
Salute, salute.
You would see Naples and die, as the saying went. I'm taking Andrew to a place that allows us to glimpse that Naples. The one that dazzled 18th and 19th century visitors, including Goethe and Byron.
Come, we got to go up here.
What a place.
Andrew, come have a look at this. This is crazy.
Nativity scenes, presepe, have been popular in Italy since the Middle Ages, but in the 18th century Naples they evolved into a unique art form, one that still lives on today.
This is a particularity of the presepe from Naples. Then what is, you know, the today everyday business becomes part of the presepe.
So we've got these real people from the 18th century who sort of have entered the scene. I like this character. He's a character straight out of 18th or 17th century painting from Naples. A lot of them have these goiters,
Yeah, look at
these
that.
lumps in the throat.
Yeah, look, the woman has it as well. Look at that. And there is no presepe without Pulcinella eating the spaghetti, which is kind of represent the poor people, the Lazzaroni, the people who eat pasta with their hands. But you know, one of the Bourbon king was actually spot doing this, eating the spaghetti like that. It's kind of like say, you know, that he was
Say, well, I'm
shockingly-
one with the people.
That's
What-
right.
That was his
That's
message.
right. What I'm just worried about is just maybe the tomato sauce. Maybe a little,
Yeah, I think this is lacking in realism, this sculpture, because surely there should be...
a little bit of tomato sauce. There is a little bit there, but... Oh, grazie.
So, allora, what did you order?
Una sorpresa! Il Baba! Oh, look, you're picking it up, but you have to hold him down because otherwise he floats away. It's so light.
Com'è allora?
Oh, buonissimo, guarda che roba.
I just noticed this rather beautiful picture on the box that the sweets came in. It's an image of Naples in the 18th century, which is a vivid reminder of just why Naples was one of the great tourist destinations for centuries. This beautiful half-moon-shaped bay, which has now been rather industrialised. But in those days, it was paradise on earth. There's Vesuvius smoking in the background, that's still there. When the English visitor came here to Naples, what they were utterly amazed by was the people, the number of them, their liveliness, the way that they would shout rather than talk, the way that they lived outside, not indoors, the way that they were so extrovert.
The city, visited by the grand tourists of the past, was characterized by its extravagant Baroque art and architecture, full of dramatic effect and stark contrasts. And there's one chapel that shows off the Neapolitan Baroque in all its sensual glory, the Cappella San Severo.
So here we are. This is one of the great Baroque chapels ever created here in Naples, ever created anywhere. And it's all conceived by one man, Raimondo di Sangro. And it's said here in Naples that that portrait of him, which has Dorian Gray style, decayed with time, has done so because God is not happy with him.
At the heart of the chapel are two sense-stunning sculptures, both on the theme of the veiled body.
And again, he's commissioned a representation of modesty. Now, his mother died when he was only 1, so he never knew her, never knew what she looked like.
Right.
Wanted, I think, to preserve her memory forever as a remote, celestial, perfectly innocent, perfectly formed being. What would you think if that was your mother? I mean,
as much as I love my mum, you know, I would never commission something like that about her. You know what I mean? This is a little bit hard to be your mum.
he didn't see it that way. For him, it was an allegory of purity.
In its next commission, the same technique was applied to a subject so sacred it was beyond reproach.
The veiled Christ.
That is absolutely mesmerizing. There's a great suffering in that body. You feel it by looking at it, don't you? Wow. It's worth to come to Naples just to see this.